I'm going to record that in case somebody wants some information. I'll share my screen. Welcome, welcome. So today I kind of wanted to share with you guys, and you guys can actually tell me where you guys are at. Are we experienced agents? Are we brand new agents? You know, where are we at? Do we've got do you have a listings? Where are you guys at with some of your time frames right now? Elijah, I think you were kind of newish, right?
Yep,
Year
I
or so?
just finished my first year.
Yeah, I thought it was about 1 year anniversary. Congratulations. You know,
Thank you. I made it.
78% don't make it their first year. So you've already done a good job with that. So
Oh,
thank you,
yeah.
Stormy. Welcome. So thank you, Stormy, for being here. Oh, we got Jessica Fitsu coming in too. All right. So Elijah, I don't, do you have a listing yet? Have you gotten a listing or went to a listing presentation yet?
I'm co-listing with a teammate of mine, but I actually got my first personal listing yesterday.
Congratulations. Isn't that a great feel?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great feeling to do. So good morning, Jessica. It's good to see you. Uh, so I wanted to share with you is that people always, you'll hear this saying that list to last. Okay. So, you know, most of my business, about 70% of it, maybe 65 comes from listings. So it's
Yeah.
really nice that I have these listings and it's a whole different, uh, uh, retention or, you know, especially when the market, you can't sell a house in 7 days and it takes a little bit longer. There's a whole different systems
Mhm.
that you have to put in play to make sure that you keep everyone happy. But today I wanted to really talk about 9 fast ways to get listings in 2025, because I really feel that don't wait till April, you know, because if you're not talking to them today, then your sign is not going to be in their yard down the road. Because I already met
Mm.
with another seller this morning, met with one yesterday afternoon. They seem to be coming faster right now, which is nice. And they're, you know, it's spring, it's going to happen. So you got to start making the phone calls and talking to people now. So let me share a couple things, and I'll probably just go ahead and can you guys actually see that screen? Is it big enough, or should I go full screen? Can you guys can see it? All right. So, because sometimes I like to bounce off and go to other screens. All right. So, great agents aren't waiting for the market to turn the corner. They aren't waiting for inventory interest rates to make them successful. They aren't waiting for Jerome Powell to save them, which he hasn't really been doing a great job. Well, I don't know what he does, but all I know is that they're not going down. So to me, we look at that as not great. They're for as far as agents. Create opportunities to talk to more people, and talk to more people means attracting more listings. So it really is about just going. And this morning it was interesting. I was at Starbucks talking to a seller who was informing me that his wife has a really good agent and a friend, and he's having struggles because he wants to go with me. And so I'm like, great. So I said, you know what? You know, I don't want to upset your wife. I'd love to sell your house. But at the same time, when I was sitting there was a line of people. It was like 30 minutes there, and people came and went. Two people I heard, one person talked about they're about to list their house, and I'm like, I almost wanted to go, excuse me, be right back. And one person said, you know, we just bought a house in Starbucks line within 30-minute window. And I've always shared that, guys, to just go to Starbucks, sit there and talk to people, put a sign up and just say, I'm a realtor, ask a question. And so it was kind of fun, but just listening to people and seeing where they're at. I'm not waiting. I absolutely don't wait. Those who attended, there was a meeting yesterday at the Auburn marketing meeting that we talked about just going out and doing it. And she asked the first question as she asked and said, "Do you guys feel that you are um, you know, how do you feel in your life? Do you feel like you're just mastering it? Do you feel like that you are just dominating, that you can just go out there and just get it done? Or do you feel like you need a little bit more training in the middle? You know, how confident are you is kind of what it was. Oh, I got some more people coming in. Jessica Corber, let her in too. Yeah, I know it's an interesting name. All right. All right. So this is what we got. I want you guys to see that this is a magic letter that I want you guys to meet with your you know, your title rep. Jessica's in the house right here with Old Republic Title. She can actually help you with this as well. But I want that you write a letter to a homeowner who lives in the neighborhood where you are buying and are looking to live. Be ultra specific in describing who, and I got a sample. You guys can screenshot this in a minute. For example, you know, might share how much money your clients are pre-qualified, the timeline, the fact that they love a big yard, or the reason why they're looking for a specific neighborhood. Encourage these homeowners to contact you if they're interested in selling. So what the strategy here is that let's say Elijah goes out and shows a house in a certain neighborhood and they put an offer on a house and they don't get that offer. And so there's multiple offers on the home and they didn't get it. I'd be really specific. I would go to that neighborhood. I would just, maybe they don't, maybe they like the neighborhood. That's why they like the house. But I would just, maybe they like the house, but didn't really care for the neighbor. I don't know. I would just put a letter out there and just say, I just want to let you know that I had, Jan, and I would even say their first name, John or whatever you want to say. John was, we just put an offer on a house down the street. There was already multiple offers on it. We didn't get it, but he loves the neighborhood. Are you considering selling? Because the house in Brewer Road and out the Sierra, I sold that house. Now the neighbor's house right next door is on the market. I sold my friend's house who gave me the referral like 2 months later, and now I'm listing the house that's 5 doors down on the cul-de-sac at the end of the cul-de-sac. Isn't that just
Mhm.
weird how that just happens? But it does. It does. And so if you just put a letter, just go and get 25, 30, whatever the neighborhood is, and just spend a few minutes. You can handwrite it. You can do what you want, but I would type it up because it's a little bit easier, but this is where it is, for put it, dear homeowner, and you can just talk about some important information about my buyer. They're pre-qualified. They make this much. I don't know if you can go whatever you want to say, but this is what their script letter would be, and putting that together. So look at that, find a way. So people are in their office wondering, what should I do? you know I would just put a letter. If even if you didn't even show a house and the house just closed down the street, it's not even your house. I would say, did you see that? Be proactive, and instead of the agent actually sending out just the sold postcard, you jump on it and say, did you guys see what your neighbor's house sold for? If you're curious about seeing what it was at blah, 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 just give me a call. Happy to chat with you. And if you're interested in selling your home, let me know because, boy, if they got that much money, then, you might be happy and surprised what they got. And so I'd love to share what they got. And so let me know. So you're given the suspense and kind of like, okay, wow, you didn't sell it, but you're actually acting like the neighborhood person that the guy that knows what's going on there. All right, here's another one that I really, really like. Way too many agents are waiting for people to raise their hand and say they want to sell. As a result, they're not getting the opportunities they're looking for and they're not hitting the goals they want to hit. So this is what's called a ZMA strategy. It's really simple to do. You can do 2 or 3 of these. Now, if you had some emails, you could do this via email. You could do this, via letters. I think the letter kind of works because if I was going to go if Stormy's got a house that she wants to prospect, let's say in this, I would literally just go to Zillow, put the address in. It's got the picture of their neighborhood. Maybe it's the aerial photo. Maybe it's their front picture of their house. And I would just drop on there and then highlight the Zestimate, what they actually put on there. And then I would put a little sticky note and just say something like say, boy, this is, kind of crazy. I don't know if you saw what Zillow's estimate was, but this, I have my own opinions. What is your opinions? Are you looking to sell in 2025? And then just mail that out, and then you might get calls on that about what that is. And this actually from the study from Curator, they're saying that lots of people are getting this. I have not done this letter yet, but it's definitely something where they're saying when people are putting this letter out, they're getting business from it. Look up their Zillow estimate history, take a screenshot of their home and value, send it following the text message that is, here they are right here. And you could do a text. Here's their estimate of the $1.5 million. View the home history, and then you can actually put on here, you're going to love this. This estimate earlier today, checking on your home. Since you bought in 2018, Zillow estimates your home value has increased $435,000. What do you think? I have my own opinion. Love to know your thoughts. And so that's just a simple text. So if you have their phone number, and this could be something where Stormy might have been in the business for 10, 15 years, and I could send this over. I could spend hours doing this to all my past clients. I mean, hours just doing this and send it to just to have a conversation. Because what we're needing to do, guys, is we're needing to have conversations. The more conversations we have, the more business that we have, and just having that. Cannot just sit in the office waiting for something to happen, cannot sit in the car, cannot sit at home waiting for a buyer seller to call you. It just doesn't happen that way until you have the systems in place that allows you to sit back and actually do that. Monday, Teresa asked me, how many listing appointments do you have this week? And I said, I think I've got one. I don't know, how many did we do? We did a lot. I think it was like 5. and that they just called because I have systems in place that are making people call me. And that biggest system, guys, that is really that you guys need to do is all your Google and your Yelp reviews. We have a buyer coming into town. Remind me on that one. That we have them come in Sunday because he found me on Yelp. And so the systems are in place, the work was put in, the farming was done, the nurturing my soil, whatever you want to call it, was done a long time ago. And now I can actually wait. Now, do I sit and wait? Because I know Jessica, both of you in here, and you know that I don't wait. I just want to go get it because you just have to. Because like today on that example this morning, he might go with a different agent. So that was 2 hours of spending my time. Last night, I literally had an hour and 40-minute listing presentation, which I don't usually go that long. It's usually an hour. And the reason why, they never watched my marketing video, and I just spent 25 minutes going on marketing, and he just didn't have time to do it. So there are strategies that you can utilize. But that is another one with a Zillow letter. If you do two of these threes a day, just go in there, find them, text somebody, have a conversation. If you want to do this on Messenger, DM, people, maybe you don't have their cell number, throw the DM on them a friend that might be a Facebook friend or something that you can just check, because you will actually see an increase. If you put in the work, you will see an increase immediately, because all I have to do is pick up the phone. There was somebody, we made 3 phone calls yesterday on people at 2022, 2021, and 2023 that I've actually been in conversation with, both of them. One lady we picked up, never sold her. None of these people I've ever sold houses to. She has 3 houses here local, and I just call her. I gave her some good information. The other guy, coincidentally, he's in Oregon right now. 2 years ago, I went to his house and he picked up the phone. He's in Oregon looking at houses as we speak. I chatted with him. I gave him some great information, gave him a mover, gave him some other business idea he wanted to do up there, of a link for that. And those are just conversations that you had to have. I just picked up the phone. It irritates me all the time that it's like, why don't I pick up the phone more? Now, keep in mind, I do about an hour of prospecting a day, so I need to step up to 2 hours a day for prospecting. But it blows my mind. Oh yeah, Eric, absolutely. We'll be back. We're in Tucson right now because they're little snowbirds. We'll be back next month, and yes, we'll get together with you. Give me a call at this time, and we'll get together and we'll put the house on the market. That was another one that these are people I've been to listing presentations a year ago, 2 years ago. Somebody that was on 2022, 3, 4, 5, yeah, said call me in the beginning of 2025. So I called them and I said, hey, we're 2025. You told me 3 years ago you wanted to sell. Here we are. What's the next steps? They haven't called me back yet, but just keep making those calls. All right, one-to-one market update. Professional agents study the market daily, but most don't do anything with that insight unless asked. These are missed opportunities, especially when you're relevant information that people in your sphere would find valuable. The next time you review recent sales, text someone in your SOI who lives near that property and follow the text one-to-one market update. Easy to digest, personal, and relevant. Let's see, which one did I go? It's this one. Da-da-da. I lost where I was. 2, 3 days. Gold. That's the one I wanted right here. This is the text. Hi, Stephen. I was in the MLS earlier today and I just saw that 123 Main Street sold in your neighborhood. Did you see the final sale price? Wouldn't you want to know? Would you want to kind of see that? So it's like, if you know that they're in the sale price, like oftentimes I'm watching, I send every one of my buyers, I have CC'd me so I can see what house just got sent to them or what reduction of a price that just got sent to them. And I don't know how many I get, but it's probably like 20 or 30 a day that these listings alerts are going out to people. And sometimes I see a house and it triggers me. And one of them, sometimes I looked at a house and I go, wow, that was my client's house. I sold that 10 years ago. What happened there? And sometimes one was just right next door to another one that freaked me out because they've been participating in my after sales programs. And so I went, nope, it's next door house. So I went, great. I should text him right now and say, did you see the house that went on the market? It's a touch. It's an opportunity to sit down and do this. So whatever strategy you're doing, take 15 minutes, cruise through there. This whole year, I actually have a canned email, like, or a canned text. It says like Happy New Year, hope all is well. Let's get together soon. We've got our next appreciation party for cookies for Valentine's Day. Love to see you then. Anything you need, questions for 2025, let me know. I have that saved in my phone. And so when I'm cruising through looking at like so I'm looking for somebody's message, looking for somebody like in a contact, and I see somebody else that's one of my clients, I'm just now text copying that and pasting that, boom, because I'm just doing that every single day just by coincidentally coming through on somebody that I needed it and I haven't talked to for a while, that their name was close to somebody I was searching. And so then I just couldn't, I know that's a little bit of movement in what I was doing, but I just do it just because you just have to have these conversations. And it's surprising how many people actually text me back and say, thank you very much for reaching out. I look forward to seeing you at that time. So it's great. So if you do this, if you do 2 to 3 of these days, it will turn into 2 to 3 conversations per day, which will likely lead to 1 and 2 listing appointments per week, which would likely lead to 2 listings a month. Because guys, right now the listing appointments is where we want to be. And this is an extremely important one. We revamped because there's never a perfect expired campaign strategy, but we're revamping, and I'll show that when we actually get it done. It's getting printed right now, but the expired listing campaign. Yeah, so we're doing a different one, but just, if there are people right now, like we've been collecting for 5 years, all the last 5 years worth of expired listings. And it is a little sad that when I go and I start working that category, that half of those people have already put their house on the market and a quarter of those were with a different agent, and I missed out on that opportunity. So you guys could literally spend an hour a morning on expired listings. I've been building them, putting them, and then having a campaign that you just keep doing, sending them something, sending them something. The lady the other day, which she was super sweet, because when speed to the lead, I gave her a call, left a message because she didn't pick up. I sent her an email, video email. She didn't respond on that, all within like a minute. And then I text her with a video text. And I said, hey, Sabrina, this is Eric Hatch. Just wanted to let you know I just got your information from ABC Referral Source. And I'm really excited because I just was just around that corner in Grass Valley. And I got a house right around the corner that I just put on the market too. And if you're looking to sell, I'd love to. She called me back in like maybe a minute and says, wow, I could see why you're one of the top agents. This is fantastic. And now we're actually working and putting, some numbers together to sell their house. But it's the speed of the lead and just having that conversation. If I waited longer, she may not have, but I hit her 3 times, 3 different ways of directional, and see which one is she going to like be more attractive to and which one she's going to come. So these text campaigns, emails, calls, a lot of these expired people, you're not going to get their phone numbers. There's 2 companies, RedX and Landvoice, that you could actually scrub some campaigns and see if they can actually drop their phone numbers. I know Jessica Fitzu, I believe, has some plans that she's shaking her head yes. If you want to DM her, you can, but she's got some things that you can do. It's like 3 or 4 cents, 5 cents, somewhere around that way per name, that you can actually dig in and actually get somebody's more personal information with their phone number, and do that. So expired listings is big because they want to sell. And we're doing a big push right now because everybody that took their house off the market in October, November, December, they're all going to want to put their house back on the market in March and April and May. So be starting to talk to them now and get that campaign set so then you can do that. But again, I'm not a pressure person. You got to have some scripts here because they're going to be, would you have like that piece of paper?
Which piece?
The one with the postcard, that I can give them some content. So I'll give you kind of the 3 things that, no. Well, yeah, they could take a screenshot of if they want. You want to do that?
Or I can print it.
Whatever works for you. So I'll show you the 3 questions that we're asking these expired campaign people on that. But yeah, they get mad. They're upset because their house didn't sell, and so sometimes those conversations aren't, it doesn't go well, and you got to kind of find the why, and you basically say, well, if I did bring you an offer at that price, of your desired price, would you still be considering selling your home? Because most of the time, we're not selling anymore. We're done. We're done. We're not selling anymore. It's like, oh, well, thank you, Elijah, for that. But if I did bring you a price that was satisfactory to you and you were happy with that price, would you still consider selling? Well, yeah, we probably would. See, I just took that and twisted that completely out and got them like they just want to hang up on me. So, and now I actually just have a little bit more discussion. Yeah, I'll go. Is it in there now? All right, let me jump over here. All All right. This is the one that we're doing that you guys can utilize. You're invited to find out why your home didn't sell. Was it potential reasons? Was it poor presentation? Was it inadequate marketing, or is it unrealistic pricing? Let's connect to see what reason pertains. And so then this is I do a 10-minute marketing plan of their house. I got a video testimony of a seller who is actually, this is a pro tip right here. You can get lots of different sellers. I actually at 10:30, we have a lady that I sold the house to. We have a Zoom call, and we're going to do a video Zoom interview from the selling process of why she liked me and what was the best thing she liked and what was the things that was difficult for her. So that I can paste this. But that video testimonial right there is an expired listing. So it was specifically designed to attract expired listing other business. So I don't want to say, hey, work with Eric Hatch is really, really great. And I could have many, many testimonials, but no, this one pro tip, you want to have my house expired. I had it on the market with a different agent. Eric came in, did blah, 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 and sold it. That's what the expired people are wanting to see is real life experiences of other people who were in the same position. Okay. So that's basically what I have right there. And then a sample of their home video is what we have as well. All righty. All right. Those who just joined us or have been joining us, just to make sure I don't forget that next Friday I will be out of town, Costa Rica bound. So we will go see my daughter-in-law, and my son down there who are there for an extended 6-month stay. All right. Name your price email. This is great. There's actually Zillow still may have this, but Zillow, because I saw it maybe 3 months ago, but Zillow actually, people get on Zillow and they say, if I got this much money for my home, I might sell it. You guys might want to go in there because sometimes they do put that on there 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and it's still sitting in there. And if you go in there and then you look at their estimate and then it kind of matches, or maybe their estimate's higher, you might want to like message them and say, hey, just want to let you know that, have you looked at the valuation of your property lately? The name of your price campaign is a curator classic because it generates millions of dollars in listing appointments for clients. It's simple sentence and styling in an email designed to pique their interest and get them dreaming about their ideal future. And it's much more effective in engaging potential sellers than asking simply, have you considered selling this year? Pro tip, the tactic was originally designed to be an email campaign, but smart agents leveraged it to a direct mail piece. Well, we've even had clients use it successfully as an ad campaign on social media. When the idea works, extend to other channels, always double down on the winners. Are you ready for it? There it is. Could you finish the sentence for me? If you could sell your house for blank, I would list my house this fall or this spring. I can't wait to hear your answer. You copy and paste that, stick it in your notes, and then just have it there because I've got notes and I've got my social media marketing notes, and I can just copy this, paste it in there. Okay. I think let me go down here. I think, yep, Jessica, my social media specialist is on here. So Jess, let's do this one. We haven't done this one for a little while. So, and I want you guys to break that down. I like this. This is Jessica, my social media specialist. We have it broken down exactly what area video we're going to do, and we have it broken down for the whole entire 12 months of what we're going to do on our social media platforms. And that's not including the marketing one that we have of our other marketing stuff with past clients and boxes and spring mixers, Mother's Day giveaways, and things of that nature that you actually have. So have that all laid out, and you guys should have hopefully already have that done. So we're already 10 days into January. And the video I did this morning was, guess what? It's the second Friday of the month, which is the day that most people quit their New Year's resolution. So that's coming. All right. So we shot that one, but I love this one. That's a great one. All right.
Can I ask a
Yes,
question?
please.
Sometimes with expireds and these name your prices, they're very unrealistic. And how do you handle that gracefully?
That's a great question because yesterday I was talking to somebody else that had an expired listing at $1.6 million. He said, you will have to pay me to leave my house. I said, I'm not the right agent for you. I would continue working with the agent that you have because it's actually was on. Let me put that back. It was on the market still, but he reached out to me because he's looking for new people. So he reached out. So it's kind of an expired listing coming up, but it wasn't quite. He actually thought it was off the market. And I just said, look, you just keep working with the same person. If you're going to want 1.6 million, I really feel I showed him the comparables. I opened my screen. I showed it to him. I said, you're at $1.4 million. And I don't want to go in if you're not interested in be more realistic on your price. It's already been on the market almost a year. Why would I want to step in and actually do that? Most sellers are going to go, they finally realize that maybe I do need to do an adjustment on my price. But, I just said, look, I wish you all the best. I can't reach back out to you because you still have it currently in the MLS. Oh, is it really? I thought it was actually expired. Nope, it's not. So if I see it go expired, I might reach back out to you after that, maybe in spring. But at this point, you're realistically closer to, and I understand, and I try to emphasize with them or sympathize with them, like saying, Larry, I really understand that you cannot build your house and your barn and all the other structures and the own solar and the guest little area for $1.6 million. I totally understand that. A lot of people are in that boat, but buyers don't really care. Buyers are looking what is sold recently. And I pulled up the whole entire Nevada County. I said there's been these 4 homes that are in your price point and range, and there's one at 1.5, 1.6. But look at that house, because I did see that house. Look how flat that land that is. Look at the horse arenas. Look at all that. I said it's so much superior. And I'm saying this with all due respect because I love your home, because you cannot replace it in today's world. But that's what buyers are looking at. It's not going to be able to make that happen. So personally, and he even said the words in all transparency. So I used the same words. He used that. So I said, so, Elijah, in all transparency, I don't really, I'm busy. I'm a top producing agent. I don't really want to come in and just remarket and reposition your property at the same price at 1.6 and it's been sitting there at that price for almost a year. And I love the advertisement and the marketing that your agent's already done. There's nothing different that I'm gonna be able to help you with until you do some adjustments on the price. And so then he goes, oh, thank you so much, very much. And we left as friends. So I'm just letting you know, that's kind of how I handle it. I don't take everything. Then there are times where if you take a little bit over listing, and you didn't take it, and all of a sudden you see it 3 months later with a different agent, and then it sells because they've actually reduced it, because there's probably at least 6 or 7 houses this year that they went with another agent because they didn't like my pricing, and almost every single time that price was the price that I told them that their house would sell for, and they spent 3 or 4 months trying to sell it, and they just chased the market and probably could have got more if they would have went with the realistic price. So so sometimes I go, well, should I have just have taken the value? Should I have just taken that because I didn't get that? But oftentimes we probably had 3 of them that were, I totally can tell. I took 3 listings this year. I said, this is never going to sell. Maybe I'm not super confident, but just the comps aren't doing it. It was totally seller driven. And all 3 of those are expired listings right now and off the market. And I spent a couple $1,000s on each one, on not each one, but probably all together. So I don't want to spend a bunch of money and spin my wheels, but in today's world, I will tell you, in today's real estate market, there are some houses that they're moving faster, or that you don't think they are, and they are, because I don't know, it's so weird. Before I could say, well, price it here, we'll sell it here. Now it's just like there's houses that are like so overpriced that they get an offer on, and you go, why do somebody like that house? And so the pricing strategy right now is a little bit weird and off, because it just takes one buyer to come in and pick it up and they like it. So, but yes, good question on that. Yeah, I do. All right, it was 9:30. So I do, let's see, billing nearby homes, listing appointment scripts. Let me just, you guys, we can finish this one in a couple weeks, but why don't you take a picture of that, because I do have a hard stop, because I need to be over at 9:40 to shoot a very intriguing hook video that I'm going to be doing. So watch for that one on a new one. So yeah, this is just, I know you're expecting a call right now. And the reason they're reaching out, because I actually meeting with one of your neighbors on Tuesday at 1 p.m. discuss selling their home. I'm calling around the neighborhood because I'm offering a free home evaluation update since I'll be in the area. I mean, why not? If you've got your database and the phone list, go for it. So that would be that's the goal on that. Maybe we have enough in here. Maybe we'll save that for another day. We got another half of stuff. So let's save all of those before there too. There's my information, guys. Sorry, I got to keep it a little bit short because I've got things. But any last questions or thoughts on anything that you guys have today? All right, so hopefully that was a little bit of tidbits and some things that you guys can implement and use this week, and generate some more listings, because you guys really need to get those listings. Okay. All right. So yeah, 9 years. Yeah, 30 years. There's this video, the Tom Ferry video yesterday was so crazy and amazing. So I actually recorded it right here. So I actually record it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll probably get tons and tons of information on us to be able to come back and teach that. So yes, even though 30 years in business, I'm learning all the time.